as the bucket or tub car, the Kubelwagen Type 82 was a light military vehicle designed by Ferdinand Porsche and built by Volkswagen during World War II for military use. Simple, reliable, rugged, with good cross-country performance, cheap and tailored for mass production, the Volkswagen Kubelwagen was everything needed for a versatile standard liaison, staff, recce, utility vehicle on the battlefield. The Kubelwagen was simplicity itself, with a two-wheel drive configuration so successful to cope with snow, ice, and mud. The vehicle surprised even those in charge of the development. In some tests, it showed even superior handling characteristics than some 4x4s. This was due to a combination of a lightweight chassis and smooth, flat underbody, which surfed on soft surfaces just like a motorized sled, allowing it to follow tracked vehicles without much trouble. Having already released the Allied Jeep, it felt only right to deliver the Axis equivalent in the form of a 1/12 scale Kubelwagen Type 82. The rear-mounted air-cooled engine has been faithfully recreated to mirror the original. The cylinders of the horizontally opposed engine are distributed on both sides. A 130 motor in the right cylinder position and another 130 motor reserved for the left side, which can output twice as much power when The engine crankshaft flywheel is connected by a belt to drive the generator and the cooling fan as well. The semicircular fan fairing is a major feature, in which the airflow is distributed to the cylinders on both sides. All is restored within the 1/12 model so that you can observe the blades rotating through the fan intake when the motor is running. The real Kubelwagen had 4 forward gears. The corresponding red line gearshift tips is available on the dashboard. On the model, we designed a 2-speed shift to simulate the speed of the first and third gears of the real car. Power crosses over from the top of the rear axle differential and then returns to the rear axle. The model shares the same structure as the real engine, with the benefit of compactness, making it easy to switch between 4-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive modes. Then let's move to the chassis. The popular portal axle in today's climbing car market has been in mass production for barrel car as early as 82 years ago, making the barrel car chassis minimum ground clearance of 310 millimeters, dwarfing all modern off-road cars on the market today. On the real car, the front and rear wheel speeds are balanced by increasing the front axle differential gear ratio, while on the model, we set the door axle reproduction ratio to 1:1 for common front and rear axle differentials. The model features a solid load-bearing chassis with stamped central spine for high torsional resistance that also houses the central drive shaft and electrical wiring. The one-piece injection molding features the texture of the original full-size metal stamping with plastic reinforcement areas restored according to the actual car. The front and rear wheels adopt torsion bar springs independent suspension, allowing long travel capability, which also takes up little space. We use torsion springs instead of torsion bar springs to present the front and rear suspension, easy to disassemble and fine-tune. The car body, on which the R&D team spent the most time on, you can see the Bosch horn and headlights, and Notec camouflage lights. The tires are the most common 5.25 by 16 as used on the barrel car. Like the real car, the simulated wheels need to be fixed with 5 screws, with a full function installed spare on the front hood, ready for use if called upon. The windshield can be moved down and fixed on the front bracket and the rear view mirror's angle is adjustable just like a real car. 4 opening doors are generally not worth a mention, but that is until you are able to open and lock them by turning the door handle. The seats feature comfortable soft foam cushions that are a little luxurious by 1939 standards. The dashboard displays the speed and timing of gear changes with the current mileage, 203 kilometers, this being about the distance driven from the Wolfsburg factory to Berlin. No doubt we are selling a new car here. You might find it hard to start your Type 82. Fear not, as the start button is mounted on the lower left corner of the dashboard. As with other models in the FMS scale range, the steering wheel and axle are linked. When you steer the wheels, the steering wheel does the same. With 1/12 figures, a driver can be vividly displayed to add additional realism. The armrest in the front of the rear seats has 4 clips in the middle that fit into holes in the floor to hold 4 98K rifles. The rear seat backs can be lowered for easy access to supplies from the trunk. Great effort has been made to optimize the layout of the electronics to prevent the battery or receiver from taking up space in the trunk. The trunk height of the Type 82 was designed to accommodate 20 liters oil, water jerry can, or to store weapons, ammunition, and food supplies. All these features are properly restored to make the user experience more fun. We here at FMS hope you enjoy the Kubelwagen Type 82 as much as we did in bringing it to life in the form of this classic piece of wartime history.